Put any number 30s on there?
I mean, Todd Gurley.
Besides the Toad father. James Conner was not 30. Was James Conner?
Yeah, James Conner was 30. Goddamn, I can't speak. We also got Stephen Curry. He's 30.
Number to 6. Stupid. Yeah.
What's wrong, dog?
The beige nightmare.
You want to talk about it today?
Yeah, man. It's just,
What's going on?
Fantasy, dude.
You want to...
It's got me down. I'm in fantasy blues.
Well, I think it's just football blues.
Singing the fantasy blues.
No,
it was a bad NFL weekend, period.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it was.
For some. I mean, it was bad for me fantasy-wise, but I didn't give a shit.
I mean.
The Barbershop League, that team is... I'm going to win that league.
I'm good. I'm right. Well, like in the other one that we have going on.
The Dynasty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm solid there. That's it, though.
Well, everybody's solid. It's just, can you outscore each other?
Right.
That's the big part.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What a week it was.
God.
You do anything this weekend?
I just been hanging out with Hudson, trying to spend as much time with him.
Yeah.
Hung out with Hudson this weekend. Chilled. My dad came down.
Got the dad vibes going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'll be hanging out with him. I may grill out this weekend coming up, like smoke some brisket and maybe a pork butt. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet.
Man.
So more to come on that possibly.
You can,
but
always bring the meats this way. You know what I'm saying?
No Bruno.
No Bruno for sure.
But I mean, yeah, I'll probably do that, and then that's about it, man. Just spend time with little man, watching football, hanging out.
Did you watch the Steelers game?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I watched.
I didn't know if you had it because I didn't watch anything local till 4:30.
I did, and it was bad on top of bad on top of bad.
All right, well, hang on.
Penalties,
hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought because we got to talk about it.
I guess.
No, we got to talk about it.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
All right. So with week 3 in the books, we've got some surprises, some foes, some for reals, and that's what we'll decipher on who is real and who is not through that.
Yes.
So you said you watched the Steelers game.
I did.
You watched pretty much. Did you watch the Bears game and Browns?
Well, it was on at the same time. So, I mean, well, yes. So I had the Steelers game going on my iPad because I watched it. I'm sorry, I listened to the Steelers game while I was on my way to my parents' house.
Oh, really?
Sunday.
Oh.
On my iPad. And then
wow. Why through the iPad?
Through the Fubo TV app.
Oh, okay.
So you had to say that I was watching the game while I was driving.
You're not watching it driving.
I'm listening to the game while I was driving. Then once I got to my parents' house, again, all Browns household. So they had the Browns game on. And then I was watching that and watching the Steelers,
right,
on the iPad still.
Yeah, struggling.
Yeah,
mostly.
That's one way to put it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through some quick hits of just notes that I took while I was watching Red Zone and watching games on Sunday.
What?
This is just,
I'm
trying to be an analyst here.
Coming for.
I'm trying to take Adam Schefter's job.
For Matthew Berry's job.
No, this isn't more fantasy related. It is just more opinions. Khalil gets his 25th straight sack. I mean, obviously they had fucking
it's gonna happen.
32 of them on Sunday.
It's gonna happen.
They only gave up 1 yard.
Yeah.
Cleveland play calling kind of got a little dicey there for a little bit, like in the first half, but I didn't watch much of the second half, obviously.
Yeah.
But the play calling was a little sketchy, which is, I mean, when you got 2 running backs and OBJ and a bunch of no-name receivers.
And
I'm gonna get a text about this on tomorrow.
Defense. The defense alone. The Browns defense finally played.
Yeah, but is that
like the Browns defense that you were expecting to see? But at the same time,
is that Matt Nagy?
The worst offensive game planning, coaching, coordinating.
They didn't set him up for any kind of success.
They didn't set any of the offense up for success.
Right.
I mean, that was bad.
Right.
And you're going against
a very
Myles
good
Garrett. You're going against Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, these two off the edge are pretty nasty and they're fast.
Right.
Myles Garrett is a freak.
Right.
He's long.
He had 4
long arms. He's fast. He had 4.5 sacks.
4.5 sacks.
4.5 sacks during that game, and they were not hard sacks. They were easy sacks that he got. And I mean, and it's frustrating to see that happen. Not again, as a Browns fan, obviously you're excited, but it's frustrating to see it from an NFL standpoint because this is why Joe Burrow broke his leg last year, tore an MCL and an ACL. Not broke his leg, but tore both MCL and ACL in his knee.
Right.
Because he got ate up because the Bengals wouldn't game plan for anything, and they just threw him to the wolves and didn't have an offensive line.
They couldn't game plan for anything because their line's bad.
Well, right, but at the same time, I mean,
it's gotten a little bit
Bears
better.
Could have done better.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure. So I don't know if anybody's seen the diatribe or rant or rhetoric from Dan Orlovsky, I think it was. He is a ESPN analyst, face talking head guy.
Yeah.
Former quarterback of the Detroit Lions. He's the only quarterback to ever run out of bounds in the back of the end zone and get a safety from my 34 years of life.
It is fun to hear like these
backups,
these big brain backups that like announce
David
and
Carr
call out people and shit like that. But
Yeah.
when they were in the NFL,
right, they struggled. But either way, he is right. And he kind of stole the whole rant.
Oh yeah, dude.
From a previous rant of the old Jets head coach and Rex Ryan, basically saying that they didn't leave any tight ends, they didn't leave any running backs to block, nothing. They just said, "Hey, here's 5, go."
Can I get a personal camera? What camera's looking at me? Dude, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. It's on Instagram or anywhere else.
He's not wrong though, and that's what I'm talking about. It's frustrating to see because I mean,
Fields
has a ton of potential.
Yeah, but they're killing him.
Yeah,
and the same way for dude in New York.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
I mean, he's dead. Do you know that they've only scored 20 points in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
They got blanked Sunday.
They did
against the Broncos defense, which is a great defense.
Again, a good defense, but a goose egg.
Yeah, and the goose egg in the NFL is very rare, but we've already had 2.
Wild season already.
So Cleveland play calling was kind of iffy there for a little bit, but obviously the play calling for the Bears was even more. Justin Tucker, he missed a field goal for the first time in 17 games the road. Then hits a fucking bomb.
He's notorious. Justin Tucker is notorious for long kicks, but it was a 66 yard kick is
in Detroit, not like in elevation like in Denver or anything like that, because I think the previous one was in Denver.
Yeah, that's not even close to normal range. I mean, he's past like where most teams are like, well, let's go ahead and punt it. But I mean, this is their only option.
Yeah. At that point, it was the end of the game. You're gonna obviously put him out there. Let's see what happens. He's the only kicker I would give that to.
I wouldn't give it to anybody else.
Because earlier in the day, there was a 64-yarder, and that was the kick 6, is what they're calling that, in the Jaguars-Cardinals game.
Right.
And the Cardinals, I believe, were the ones that kicked it.
Right.
And the Jaguars returned it 109 yards.
Yeah. Which
that's another reason why you don't want to do that.
Exactly. But here's the funny thing about this, because you have 2 options at this point. You only needed a field goal to win that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
A touchdown you don't necessarily need, but that's where they're at as far as
heave it or kick it.
But that's where they're at as far as LoJack being able to heave it down the field to a receiver versus let's throw our kicker out there and see if he can make an impossible 66-yarder.
Right. No other team, maybe Zerline when he was healthy, but not anymore.
Any other team would have been like,
no, we're just going to heave it.
Hail Mary. Yeah. Hail Mary time. But
and even with, Lamar Jackson.
He doesn't do a lot of down the field throwing.
Yeah, but he can heave it.
I think he
not
can
get it. Well, yeah, but at that point, you don't need to be.
But who's going to go down and get it?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was a good decision, obviously.
Yeah, because they would have lost it. Had I guarantee. It's hard to say I guarantee, but I guarantee you, had they decided to throw the ball on that play, they would have lost that game.
Well, I think was it tied or was they down? No,
they were down by 1 point.
Okay.
So it was like 17-16.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay.
There was no.
When did you watch it live?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't watching the.
So I was watching Red Zone, and they had it lined up, and they had it like picture in picture with another game, and they went full zoom on this one. And when he kicked it, they had it from the end zone back, looking at him kicking it.
Yeah, that was a good. Yes.
And you were like, okay, I don't know if he's got it, and then it hit the field goal post on the bottom, and it went up, and I was like, oh man, that's no good. And then it the way the camera was, it didn't give me any visual tell of which way it was going.
You couldn't tell until the refs put their heads up, or no, you could tell as soon as the crowd reacted that could see it, you knew it was in. But it was just like,
right.
I didn't watch it live, but as soon as I saw the update, I pulled up that.
Well,
video.
now the other thing that I found funny was the level of emotion in the background from the fans, where they thought that they had it, to then it bouncing. And then they were like, yeah, we really got it. It's not going in. And then it rolled back.
That was
it went backwards, should I say? Bounced backwards?
Yep.
And then the fans just putting the,
The Lions
only
fans
Detroit.
just.
Only Detroit.
Dash. I mean, when you think you got you got LoJack and the Ravens beat, and then here comes Justin Tucker.
Right. He just boots it from the moon. Josh Allen does not get enough respect. Still not.
I told.
Well, no, I agree. I'm with you. I've been that way, but
had himself a whole ass day.
CBS doesn't recognize that he is their face of the AFC. Is there anyone in the AFC besides maybe Herbert and Patrick Mahomes?
No.
That's it. For those three should be your face every week, on the promos, cutting it up.
Did you see the pose he did with the one receiver? It was a prom pose. He threw it to old boy. And
I think I saw that.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Prom 2021.
Yeah.
That was sick.
So, obviously, CBS doesn't give him enough respect. Jameis is still doing Jameis things. He's throwing shit up.
What I tell you?
No, but he got lucky and got the touchdown to that Caldwell kid.
Yeah.
Who he threw the big bomb to in that preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. The jury's still out. I mean, but he's still throwing shit up, just fuck it.
Yeah. Yes, he is. This is true. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that ain't changing. So
it's gonna be. I don't know. I don't have a ton of faith in the Saints because of Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Kamara will carry him.
Kamara is great, but again, he can't. If they don't need to worry about any deep threat or receiver threat, how much workload is Kamara going to be able to handle with the defense on top of him?
Right.
So it's just you got old laser eyes back there. It's tough. Yeah.
LASIK Winston.
Right.
Hollywood Brown for the Ravens.
Yeah.
He drops 3 huge passes. 2 of them are touchdowns.
No wonder they fucking kicked it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But if he would have caught both of them, they would have won by 14.
Right. They wouldn't have been in the position to need a 66-yarder. I mean, that game would have been over with already.
Right.
Because I can tell you never mind. I'm not going to go in on this dude. I'm not a Jared golf fan. But
Well, he's not good.
No,
He likes to
he's
check
not.
it down.
Yeah.
Captain check down.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase sandbagged us all. All of us.
No, he didn't.
He sandbagged
He didn't
everybody.
Sandbag us. He's in a startup offense with a quarterback who's took a year to figure out that he could actually play football.
Hey, man. He sandbagged us. In the
I don't think
preseason,
he
he dropped numerous passes. His ADP in fantasy fucking fell like to the cellar.
Fair enough. But
Dude, he's 3 weeks. He's got 4 touchdowns.
yeah,
I understand that it's not fancy. It's a straight 7 route go.
Yeah,
and that's what it's been.
it's-
But he has been catching the ball in other routes and
Yeah.
doing very well. I think it may be too early to tell, but
you can still look for Tyler Boyd across the middle.
Yeah.
Versus him, he's always going to be your down the
Tyler
field.
Boyd's much bigger, taller.
Chase is extreme. Chase is very fast, and
He's Chris Carter-esque.
He's going to be your Antonio Brown.
Yep. He's going to catch touchdowns, and that's it.
Yep.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
But I do believe that the Bengals may have made the right call on not drafting a lineman and drafting him instead.
We'll see.
That's early, but
The verdict is out on
yeah.
that.
The Cardinals, they use Rondale Moore in the best way possible through motion and an option play.
Yeah.
I don't. If you have not followed Rondale Moore, he's a rookie.
No.
He's from Purdue. He has been killing it. He didn't have a great game against the Jaguars. They really didn't get him open, but
Right, which I mean,
it's gonna happen. I mean, it's.
I don't know how
Not
much-
every week you're gonna ball out.
how much gaming they had to do to beat the Jags.
Oh, they were struggling there for a little bit.
But that's the thing. I
that
told
was
you it was gonna
a
be a
bad
trap game because
Well, they should have
it's
lost.
it's the
but-
Jags we're going
But
here.
Trevor Lawrence gifted him a touchdown. I
Right.
mean, that one interception, he rolled out through it, and you were like, "What the fuck was that?" And it just was immediately a pick six. This is a hot take. This is like one of your brother's hot takes.
Dude, I don't.
The
Can-
Chiefs.
we got to figure out another term because
I got a hot cake for you.
I got hot cake, bro.
Hot cake. The Chiefs will not make it to the Super Bowl.
No,
They
the
will
Chiefs are-
not be the AFC representative for the Super Bowl.
Not even. No, they won't. I don't know if they'll be in their divisional title game.
You don't think they make it to the AFC Championship?
No.
Okay. The Rams and Tampa Bay game was.
I haven't seen an impressive. I
well,
want to
they
say
got
series.
Josh Gordon,
Well, they have Josh,
but they
Gordon,
don't have a run game.
and
their defense-
Hilarious. This was Hilaire's first startup this season,
Startup. What do you
as
mean?
far as like him doing anything.
Oh yeah, but he fumbled again.
yeah, that's
And on the
true,
5.
too.
So there's some stats we're gonna throw at you here later. We're gonna play a little game of who could this be.
But there hasn't honestly been, I haven't been impressed by like a quarter
No.
or a half from the Chiefs.
Well, they're scoring at a great rate, like normal,
They're just not playing the same football. That
but
they
their
were.
defense is fucking bad.
Yeah, and
So-
you got to have that defense to get through the playoffs. You may make it to the playoffs with a shitty defense, but that's pretty much where it stops.
The Rams Tampa Bay game was as advertised the first half. It was a heavyweight fight, back and forth, blow for blow. I mean, it was a great first half. The second half, we came out and we did our thing.
You was hyped, huh?
I mean,
No, it's fine.
I
was
sent
hyped,
some
huh?
videos.
You was hype.
I was hyped.
It's listen,
I was hypey.
it's fine because I feel all that because when it's good, it's great,
No, it's good.
and when it's bad,
Oh,
it's the
trust me,
absolute
dude.
worst.
You've seen me when it's bad. When they had
So-
fucking Jeff Fisher.
No, all
Hey
the-
man, let me live, man. I
listen.
went 10 years, dog.
I feel you.
All right, so, but it was as advertised. You know, I figured it was going to be a tough game. I didn't expect us to pull away in the second half, but did.
With the way you guys played in the first half, I kind of did. I mean, the defense was clicking. You guys were putting really good pressure on Tom Brady again. Like we've already talked about, the Bucks don't have a run game. That is a team that does not have a run game. Has
that's
not
another-
established
both of them.
any run game
Both previous Super Bowl teams do not have a run game this year.
at all. And it's. I mean,
It's really bad. Like really bad for both
You can have all the
teams.
receivers. You've got Godwin, you've got Brown, you've got Evans, you have Gronkowski, but you got to have some kind of run game.
The other stat that Fox threw out was that Tom Brady was closing in on 80K passing yards.
Yeah.
So
That's huge.
I mean, there's not many guys. I'm sure Peyton Manning's one, Drew Brees is the other.
Yeah, yes.
That's probably about it.
Yes, I know Peyton is, I think.
So we're going to play a little game called Is It Time to Hit the Panic Button?
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Sticks and Stones podcast. This is episode
30. Yeah, whatever, dude.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, we don't care. We're
Beige
playing
Power, Steph Curry, and what I say his name was? He was on the Steelers. I'm drawing a blank now. Running
James
back.
Conner.
James Conner. Another Beige Power moment. So,
All right.
power to the people.
Back to our regular schedule.
I forgot
program.
we didn't really open it up. So
It's
there
fine. We don't.
There
give a
ye
shit.
have it.
We're gonna play this game called Is It Time to Panic?
This
1 and
sounds
2
fucking
Seattle.
Terrible, bro. 1 and 2 Seattle. No.
All right, here's their next 3 teams
Okay, yeah,
they face.
okay,
Hang
yeah.
on, here we go. For the next 3 opponents, they face at the 49ers versus the Rams, and then at the Steelers. 1 and 2 Seattle. Do you think
it is time to panic?
Do you think they can win 2 out of the 3?
No.
Okay, so
I don't
you're
see
saying that you see them as at least
I don't see
2
them
and 4.
beating the Rams. They may get swept by the Rams this year. I don't see them beating the Rams, and I don't. It's hard to have faith in Garoppolo at the 49ers, but
I mean,
their
they're a tough
49ers
team.
defense is doing decent. Bosa's has been really having a good season so far. I think it'll be a tough game. I mean, the 49ers have been fighting with everybody, so
Yeah, they should have won that game, but
yes,
it happened.
we'll go over that.
Oh, also, yeah, we'll go over that as well. 1 and 2 Chiefs. Next 3 games are at the Eagles versus the Bills and at Washington.
It is, in fact, time to panic.
I could see them losing to the Eagles
Man,
because it's in Philly.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
So their next game is going to be against Philly in Philly. Jalen Hurts has already said that he's not going to sit there and look at his poop. He's going to flush it and regroup.
Right.
Which that was bad football last night. I mean, that was
They only ran the ball twice
was
with
real bad
Miles
football.
Sanders.
Miles Sanders isn't that great.
Hey, watch what you say.
Hot take. Miles Sanders is used and abused and old. So there's your hot take.
He's young. He's the same age as Saquon. He's only 2nd year.
Miles Sanders?
Mhm.
This is his 3rd or 4th year.
No, this is his 3rd year.
He's not doing great for a 3rd year running back.
I mean, he was a backup to Saquon, so
That's
in Penn State. So
Jalen Hurt has potential. He's got receivers out there. He can wing the ball. He is good under pressure. He makes good decisions under pressure. I wouldn't mind having Jalen Hurt run the offense of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we'll get into that at a later date.
Well, we're about to get into it.
Whatever, man. So
All right, so 1 and 2 Steelers. Next 3 at Packers versus Broncos versus Seattle.
I don't think it's time to panic yet. So this past weekend, missing a lot of defense key players. I mean, when you don't have
do
your
they
number
come
one-
back?
Yes. TJ Watt will be back.
Okay.
We were out. I can't remember the other defender. We were out a few different defenders. TJ Watt would have helped
he's an
significantly
outside
this
edge,
past.
yeah.
This is TJ Watt we're talking about here. You're down your number 1 receiver in James Washington. Juju goes out because he's Juju.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it was a mess Sunday. And I'm not making excuses because it's still a game that we should have won. Some very, very terrible penalties that cost, in total, 3 first downs, 3 first down conversions that were called back because of penalties, and those were running first down by Najee. I mean, that's huge. Along with some other really stupid ass penalties that should have never happened that cost us series and a couple that cost us touchdowns. So it's, you fix some of these mistakes, these bullshit holding calls that there's always going to be holding, right? But some of the holding that was going,
refs too.
Well, but some of the holding that was going on was just like unnecessary. I don't know. It was a mess. And you could really see the playing down to the level of the team. You know what I mean? You come out smacking you start the season smacking Buffalo in the mouth.
You punched him in the neck.
You know what I mean? And
you
then
sure did.
You know, you get caught by the Raiders. And then you allow the fucking Bengals to beat you.
Hey, man.
It's just,
I'm not saying the Bengals are winning the division, but they're good.
No, the Bengals
they're good.
aren't going to win the division.
I would ask you if they would win this next game, but we'll wait for later because that's the pick'em. So you will get that answer. No.
Do you have to?
Yeah, I do.
If
you want to win in the yearly pick'ems, I think you should answer it.
Well, you already know.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna move on. Is it time for Ben Rossberger to retire?
Currently, at this moment, no, because there's nobody to succeed him.
Not your boy behind him?
They haven't prepared anybody to succeed him.
You were riding high.
I am riding high, and I think that he could be a good backup, but he hasn't shown that he's the person that could step up and run a team, run an offense, and he had multiple opportunities to do that in the offseason, and he had multiple opportunities to do that during the preseason, and he didn't show any signs of that at all.
I mean, they're not going to take it away from Ben.
Well, they're not, but at the same time, that's the preseason is his opportunity to step up and let it be shown and let it be known that if something happens to Big Ben, which is a decent percentage, that
it's looking that way.
He's got it under control, that he has this shit. You know what I mean? Or that after this season's over, you don't have to go find somebody else. Well, they're going to have to go find somebody else.
Is he the second string or third?
He's the second string.
Okay.
You never know, because for some reason they keep Rudolph around, which is fucking beyond me. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, the guy's been around for a while.
Rudolph? No, this is his third year, and he is garbage.
I feel like he's been around forever.
You would think so, but he hasn't. He's a child, and it shows, and he's not good at football, and he's not good at quarterbacking.
Okay.
It's a travesty, man.
Matt Nagy. Should he be fired?
Yeah. He won't last the season.
Oh, no, he's done.
If he can't get it together in the next 2 weeks, he'll get fired.
Mid-season?
I don't see why not. If this is what you've shown so far,
yeah,
get this dude out of here and get somebody else in here that's going to at least
he's very Adam Gase.
Not let you lose your first round pick to a serious injury that'll end his season.
It's true.
Because it was almost like watching somebody get punished.
He was getting
like where it was Gase mad at Fields for something. You know what I mean? Like,
what did he do?
You're right. What did he did nothing to deserve that.
Right.
So it's
right.
As I say too much, it's fucking tough, bruh. It's tough to watch.
Well, the other thing I didn't like was I think they interviewed him yesterday. And
Gase?
Nagy.
Nagy, or yeah, I'm sorry, Nagy. I don't know why I said Gase.
I mean, either way, he's a clone. He was very non-committal towards any quarterback. He didn't care. He said all three are up for the starting job. Bro.
He's not going to take any accountability for what happened.
Well, it's not even that. It's if you believe in a guy, stick with him. Why is it Fields' fault?
No, before Sunday he was acting like he was riding high. No, Fields is our star. Earlier in the week,
earlier in the week, no, he wasn't. He was all about Dalton's the starter if he's healthy. Dalton, it's always been that story. But then he starts Fields, and then he's like, well, now the starting job's open for anybody. What the fuck do you mean? How's it open for anybody? But a week ago, it was Dalton's job.
Because somebody, GM and or owner, said this is what we're not going to do.
No, what they should have done is this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to let you go up on the podium. You're not going to talk. Right. You're not going to say anything. He's just not going to talk for the week. We're going to go into it, and whatever fine we have to pay, okay, we'll pay it. Let's move on.
Right.
And you're going to pick your fucking starter in silence, and then when he comes in, whatever, that's who we're picking. But for you, you need to shut the fuck up because you obviously showed that you are incapable of running an offense or an NFL team.
I agree. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, so what do you do at this point? I would. Who the Bears play this week coming up?
They play.
I would be interested to see what the
Detroit
offensive which.
I mean, that's a
again.
shit
Here we
bowl,
go.
but
So they're playing Detroit, which should mean they should be able to come out. This should be a win for the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
They have all the weapons to do so. Nothing against Detroit, but Detroit fucking sucks.
They're not good. They're capable.
They are capable,
but they're not good.
But they're not good. They have 2 great running backs. They
like to pass to them. Yeah.
They've got a receiver. Detroit's defense is kind of lackluster. But
Detroit's defense is not good. That's what
there are worse teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah, the Jets are the worst team. The Jets will be going 0-17.
I could see that.
I think that
I can't see them beating anybody.
I was high on
except for themselves.
Their coach from the 49ers, former defensive coordinator Salah. But I don't know, man.
It's hard to say. They don't have anything figured out.
No.
The Jets don't have anything figured out.
No team that drafted a quarterback this year has anything figured out. Not even the Patriots won one, but
that's a fair statement, actually.
I mean, that's because he's a good coach. He hasn't put him in a bad situation.
I'd say who do you think is the team that has it most figured out with a new quarterback?
A new rookie?
A rookie just drafted last year quarterback.
I mean, to me, it's the Patriots.
No.
Who?
The Jags. I understand they haven't won, but Trevor Lawrence looks the best.
Matt, I mean, he looks like he can figure it out, but he also makes a lot of bad passes where I have not seen Mac Jones literally throw the ball to a defender.
Right.
Just, here you go.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
And I think that's because he knows, one, he understands ball security. The big thing is he is probably not the least ready, but the one that needs the most maturation to become a NFL quarterback, if that makes any sense.
He could have benefited a lot from a veteran starting quarterback for a year or two.
Right, but Cam, like Cam said, would have been
did you hear Shannon Sharp's hot take?
What?
That there is no question they would have won. The Patriots would be 3-0 if Cam was still at the quarterback position. Wow, I have a hard time agreeing with that.
No, I don't agree with that.
I don't know if Shannon Sharp didn't watch any last season or not, but
I mean, Cam doesn't look great. Cam is very inaccurate. He sails the ball fucking 30 yards over people's heads.
It's just
he likes to run, and I mean, you could game plan for that and maybe win games, but is that sustainable? Fuck no. Yeah, is Mac Jones gonna learn anything from that?
No.
I mean, the best thing they could have done is what they did, and then put Mac out there because he is the most protected quarterback. I'm saying if you put Trevor Lawrence in that offense, for sure he's probably going to flourish. He's probably going to look like Justin Herbert from last year. But he doesn't.
Okay.
So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
do you think he's a very I don't want to say boom or bust. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's I'm just, you know what I mean?
Mac?
No. Trevor Lawrence. We're just going to throw this bitch.
No. I mean, he's learning too.
Because he's having to do more passing than he should.
Yeah. He never has passed this much as he did in Clemson.
That's because the Jags are having to pass entirely too much. They're out
of games by the second quarter.
Right.
I mean, they were in that game, and you could see what they were trying to do, and it was working with James Robinson. And then for some reason, that in the third quarter, they fucked it up. and he threw that interception, and I think that was when they tied it up, the Cardinals did, and the Cardinals said, all right, now it's time to,
we're done messing
pile it on. And Kyler, through 3 weeks, that motherfucker's winning the MVP.
You think so?
Absolutely. There's no other quarterback better than him right now.
Yeah.
I mean, just got it figured out, scoring touchdowns by, his feet or his arm or,
Josh.
Josh Allen's up there, but Josh lost that first game, and that's a big if. Now, here's the test that's going to be this weekend.
They're going to lose some games.
Well, they play the Rams this weekend. That's at L.A.
Again, another. And
that's going to be a tough game.
That's one of the things that they talked about was Tom Brady coming to L.A. Or the Bucs coming to L.A. and playing in that stadium which is apparently extremely loud.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wouldn't doubt it. It's fucking huge.
Right. So.
I mean, you're bringing the GOAT in. Hell yeah, we're going to be loud.
You'll see, because the Rams are good. The Rams are good right now. They've got it figured out.
The run game needs a little help. They got it, but they need a little help.
The receiving is great. Matthew Stafford is doing some good things for that offense.
Do you believe in him now?
No, I don't.
You don't believe him?
No, he's like 2 steps away from washed up. So.
Who? Stafford?
Yeah, dog.
You
guys are about to wring out the last bit of water he's got in his cloth.
Dude, he's going to be there for the next 4 to 5 years.
No, he'll be on the team for the next 4 to 5 years.
And I promise you he will be there and doing well. Huh?
Pin this fucking.
You can pin it. He will be there.
He'll be on the team.
We were talking about today. Is Stafford a Hall of Famer?
Even without a Super Bowl, okay. Here at this exact moment, no. But depending on how this season goes and next season goes, he's very, very possible.
Okay.
Because we had talked about it. We've talked about quarterbacks. Who did we talk about a few weeks ago or a month ago that I didn't think that they were a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Phillip Rivers?
Was it Phillip Rivers?
Or Eli Manning?
No, Eli Manning's definitely a Hall of Fame quarterback.
I mean, he's won 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, people can go, he won it off his fucking defense. He won 2 Super Bowls. And he beat 2 good Patriot teams. So I don't want to hear it.
Eli Manning, it may be Phillip Rivers. I don't think Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. I think
he's got a lot of passing yards. He's very, and it could have been Drew Brees, too, that we were talking about.
Drew Brees is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He's won 1. He got 1.
Yeah.
And he's got 80K passing yards.
Yeah.
I mean, Phillip.
I don't think
Phillip's
either
weird
of them are
to me.
first ballot Hall of Famers. So.
Drew is.
Drew Brees,
I don't think Phillip.
No. Phillip Rivers is not a Hall of Fame quarterback at all.
Okay. I mean, I would agree with you there.
I was just thinking that maybe Drew Brees isn't first ballot. Who were we just talking about?
We were talking about Stafford.
Stafford, I think that could be determined off of what he does over this season and next season.
You think that in 2 seasons he's washed?
I'm just talking shit.
Okay.
Not
I just want to make
washed
sure.
Up, but
you think he falls off?
I mean, he's old, dog.
He's 34.
I think are you sure he's only 34?
He is 34, I believe. Let me check.
I feel like I've been watching him on the
he's been there forever.
On the Lions just for so long.
Yeah. He was there for
back before we had 1080, dog.
He is 33. Oh, so I'll give him a year.
All right.
He is your age.
He's younger than me.
Oh, you're 34?
Yeah.
Damn, dog. You old. Anyway. I mean, I think he's there for the next 5 years. For sure. If we can get some linemen.
I would agree
because
with
that.
Whitworth's at the end of his career.
Whitworth's this is the last year.
You talk about
I said that last year, but I think
he's
this
a Hall
is
of
the last
Famer
year.
for sure.
He's had 2 Hall of Fame careers.
Yeah. Whitworth is a beast. He is everything that you would want in an offensive tackle. Period.
Leader.
Period.
Vocal.
Yes.
Gets it done. Good locker room dude. Funny.
Yes. He is.
Talks to his fans.
Everything you would want as a veteran lineman on your team and a defense or
It's
an
on
offensive
IG.
tackle.
Talks to me.
Jesus. Anyways,
no, he's good. He's had he had a 10-year career probably in Cincinnati that was Hall of Fame, but wouldn't have gotten him in Hall of Fame.
But
then he went to the Rams, and I think this has gotten him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, without
even
a
if he
doubt.
gets no Super Bowl.
Because the thing again, here's the issue with. I mean, there are teams in the NFL where players go to die, or where players' careers never take off, and the Bengals could be one of those teams. Because
they've had some years.
You've had people on those teams, and then you've had people on the Bengals, and it's like they were locked. It's like they were in a purgatory.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they go to these other teams, and it's like, oh, so the grass is a bit greener on this side. Not that I'm hating. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're a Steelers fan. There's going to be some bias.
There is some bias there,
but
for sure. But it's like
the year where
Lozada went to
Seattle and died.
Seattle.
Well, that's where
he
a
went to
lot
Seattle,
of,
died, but he only had a couple years left in his career.
A lot of receivers went to die in Seattle. A lot. There for a while.
AJ Green is. I'm not gonna say that AJ Green has a better potential over the next 2 to 3 to 4 years with Kyler Murray at quarterback and on that offense than he's had. It's tough because it's just like, what do you?
There's some bias
that offense didn't set him up for any success. It was just like, you're our only weapon. You're our only option.
Yeah, they weren't hitting on their draft picks.
Dog, get down there. We're gonna talk. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like
it happens.
It was
my
sad.
issue.
I wish they would have cut his ass loose 2 years ago, like they fucking should have, and like he asked for.
Well,
because
he would have been a New England Patriot if Brown would have answered his phone and it wasn't on vacation.
Right, but that's the thing.
But Brown is one of the worst owners in the NFL.
Oh, easily.
Probably the worst owner.
But I feel like there may have been some resentment there because he was pissed at AJ because AJ was done buying into their bullshit. But why wouldn't he be?
Right.
He'd given your organization so much, and he was getting nothing in return.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't he want to go somewhere else where he can win games, where he can win or have a chance at winning a championship, or just enjoying the rest of his career?
A lot of it's ownership problems.
Yeah.
But I would disagree with you with Whitworth because he was on that, I believe, that team with Palmer that Chemo Van Cheet so often took his knee out.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens.
Quarterback injuries happen when your offensive line ain't shit.
First quarter in that first play where it was a deep pass and it got completed for a touchdown. It happens.
Offensive line, when your offensive line ain't
I'm
shit,
not even a
Bengals
fan, and I'm still like, damn, that's fucked up. Because if they win that game, because you guys went to the Super Bowl that year against the Cardinals, correct? Yeah. If the Bengals win that game, I believe they go to the Super Bowl because you guys were the two best teams.
Yeah.
But if they would have won that game, they would have been in the Super Bowl.
Maybe.
I don't, who knows?
They would figure out a way.
Whatever. But either way. But Whitworth was on that team. So.
Yes.
No, I just Whitworth's a fucking G, man.
Yeah.
Nothing but since he's came over, changed the culture. I mean, as soon as we got him, I was like, all right, like he's on the tail end. Apparently not. He had another fucking 6 years.
Right.
But
again, to go back to I think it'll be a good game. The Rams versus the Cardinals. It'll be the best game they've had so far this season.
Oh, it's gonna be it should be a lights out. But we'll see.
But I'd say that I mean, it'll be a test for the Cardinals defense coming off of a game that they struggled against the Jaguars.
Well,
but
they were looking forward.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that
hopefully
is.
they did their
normally
game plan.
What it is. All right, so we'll play a little game of faux or for real. I'm gonna give you some stats. I can't read it, so I need to get my email out. So I'll give you some stats, and you try to tell me who these three teams are. Okay? This team has scored 68 points and allowed 54 points through 3 weeks. Their opponents are 3-6. Okay? That's a team that you should know, and they're very familiar. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This team has scored 76 points and allowed only 26 points. and their opponents are 0-9 through this season that they have faced. And then this team has scored 92 points, the fourth most in the NFL, but have allowed 95 points, tied for the most with the Detroit Lions through 3 weeks of the season. Who do you think the first team is? This team has scored 68 points and allowed 54 points through 3 weeks. Their opponents are 3-6. I will give you this hint. It is a divisional foe.
Is it the Browns?
It is the Bengals.
Bengals? Okay.
Yes. All right, so the second team has scored 76 points and allowed only 26 points. This is the league leading defense and not giving up any points, pretty much. 26 points. But their opponents are all 0-9.
Is it the Broncos?
That is correct.
Yeah.
And then this team has scored 92 points, fourth most in the NFL, behind the Rams, Buccaneers, and the Cardinals. Cardinals are the league leading, and then the Rams are second, and the Buccaneers. Sorry, the Buccaneers are second, Rams are third. This team is fourth. But their defense has given up 95 points. This is a little easier than. Don't make it hard. What's a team that has been in every game, and every game has been a scoring matchup?
The Chiefs.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs have given up 95 points. And then my
can see
other little stat was the Jets will be 0-17. They should have been last year, but they were gifted a touchdown by the Saints or some shit like that. I can't remember how it went down.
Yeah.
But either way, they're going to go 0-17. That team is bad, real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do pick'ems now, or do you want to go into some Little Rock things?
Let's go into the Little Rock things, and then we'll get back to
All
football.
right.
I know you said you got some hate because we were doing all football and no
I
news.
didn't get any hate. But people, want to see, other things, I'm sure. So this guy here I worked with, let's see. He was much different looking when I worked with him. He was very skinny, scrawny, no facial hair, obviously. This dude was quiet as can be. So, you know how they say, always watch out for the quiet ones?
Yeah, I mean...
this guy was, super quiet but awkward. Mm-hmm. And, he was into, just nerdy shit, like normal dudes.
Battling them internal demons.
So he just came off awkward all the time.
Right.
But apparently he was from Kentucky. I didn't know that, or he got out and then moved to Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
The 314th AMXS had its own problems, but this guy took the cake. This is the second killer I have worked side by side with. This guy basically went back to his parents' house, from my understanding, then told them that there was a woman in the back of his truck in the
basically he
in the bed of the truck.
Well, no, they said it was on the passenger side in the article, so I don't know if it made it sound like
he was just riding around.
The chick was in the passenger seat.
Okay. Well, he had her in a sleeping bag.
Or a sleeping bag, that's right.
Yeah, and he taped her mouth and her eyes, and
and then the sleeping bag was taped up.
Yeah.
So
then they called the police, and they opened it up, and it was.
Right. Well, so basically, old boy showed up at his parents' house and was distraught, and in the doorway of the house expressed to them that he had killed somebody and that they were basically that they were in his vehicle still.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot. So that's two.
Yeah, that's a lot to hear. I mean,
so then let's see if I can do this. looking for it. There we go. Then, no more than 2 days later, another 314th AMXS. I believe he was a crew chief, if I remember correctly. This guy here, I worked alongside with. He apparently was trying to work with girlfriend below, or whatever she was, and trying to kill her husband, which she did. So now he's guilty by association.
Well, basically, like, colluding.
Yeah.
You know.
Whatever. Bullshit. Whatever. Fuck them.
The terminology is escaping me right now,
Yeah.
but basically, they were in it together to get rid of her husband. And yeah, that makes you guilty.
Yeah. So he's
an accessory.
Yes, accessory. Yes. Thank God we made it. But yes, he's an accessory to murder. So that's 3, I believe, now that I worked with. The other one was a long time ago while I worked there. And that story, I believe we talked about on here.
Maybe.
I don't think we
remember.
have. Either way.
Cool fact about this one is this here.
Happened in
So old
Ohio.
boy, yeah, Claremont County. That's not far from here.
Really?
Yeah, it's outside of Cincinnati. So, yeah, I mean they found old boy face down in his own ditch in front of his house. So, you know.
Yeah. I would say
Bitches be crazy, man.
if you're going to work with someone over something like that,
I mean,
whatever. It ain't my place. Whatever, man.
you never know. I mean, there's no way to tell, like, who. I mean, well, okay, I take that back immediately. There are telltale signs of.
He was also
depending
quiet, too.
Well, yeah, but, like, there are some telltale signs, like, if somebody is an absolute sociopath. But, you know, sometimes there are no signs and somebody could be crazy and battling their own demons and have all kinds of shit going on, and you never know about it until something like this happens.
Right.
I'm sure there were some signs along the way somewhere, but just being somebody that you work with, it's not going to be something that maybe you saw.
No, I didn't know.
As opposed to somebody that's, like, would be, quote unquote, very, like, close to them.
Day to day. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I mean.
They say you walk by, like, 10 killers in your lifetime.
I'm sure more than that.
But I'm halfway there. Known, at least.
Right.
All right, we'll do some pick'ems because we got to close this
no,
out.
yeah, one more.
What's
R.
up?
Kelly
Oh, yeah.
was found guilty
Of all.
of everything. All of it. And it's a racketeering, multiple federal charges.
Is it in different states, too?
Yeah, this
Ooh.
spans
Ooh.
very far for very many years.
That man's about
and
to.
He won't ever.
Like the meme said, if he believes he can fly, he
is
better
not-
find it now.
He is, in fact, not Bill Cosby. He will never get out of jail.
Well, no, because there's no stipulation of some
He's going to
fucked
die
up
in jail. There's no statute. Well, I don't think any of his stuff.
I mean, they had him on film, dude.
There's too much within the statute of limitations, but at the same time, there's other stuff that even being past that a certain amount of years he'll never get out of jail.
He was doing shit after he got
He's been
let
jailed
loose.
before. He's been hemmed up before with charges.
and then he went and did shit again.
Yes, and even then, at that point, he still went out and did. You know, his entourage was still recruiting and picking up chicks for, you know, to live at his sex camp or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But
Sex camp.
I don't
Ugh.
know. Whatever was on that.
Oof.
What was that series called? They did something R. Kelly.
He had a series on
There's
VH1.
a documentary. No, VH1. That's hilarious.
That's what it sounds like.
It was
something that would be
they
on
had a
VH1.
documentary on. I can't remember what channel it was on. I want to say it was on Hulu, but it was basically like it goes into great detail with people that were being held like in his whatever you want to call it compound. He had multiple different properties. It's crazy. It's wild to see. I didn't read too much into the details of all the charges because it's like, Why?
Yeah, you knew.
We all know what he's been doing.
I mean, shit, this was stemming from when the Chappelle Show was on. That
Before
was 2000 and fucking
before
2.
that, though.
I know, but that's how long
Right.
this has been going on.
Yeah.
Everybody knew.
Back into the 90s. So it's been going on for a long time. Almost 30 years.
Right. Did you also see the video of Des Bryant calling out Kaepernick on your It's More Than an Athlete podcast?
No, but I'd love to hear more about that.
I think it's out. The podcast is out.
Oh, yeah.
So Des Bryant, in a short video, basically says that he loves Colin Kaepernick for what he did, bringing awareness, but Colin Kaepernick did not follow through with what he wanted to do, and then collected a paycheck.
Right, that's all he was interested in doing. I don't understand if like people aren't paying attention or just are into the hype part of it because of the awareness and the social justice and everything, and jumping on that train, which there's nothing wrong with, because equal rights for everybody is important. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, this was, in my opinion, in my eyes, this was his way of escaping the NFL without falling from grace. You go from being a Super Bowl quarterback,
saving grace to the 49ers, essentially, to
to being on the bench in less than 2 years.
Quickly.
I mean, and he wasn't good. That's why he's...
No, his throwing motion sucked. His progression sucked.
He was falling off, and there wasn't shit he could do about it.
Right.
So
and that's nothing about black and white. I could give a shit
every
less
time
about
you turn
that.
around, somebody... This team doesn't have a quarterback. If they don't call Cap, then I don't know, and I can't get behind them, and I'll never watch their game. And all these analysts and Stephen A. Smith and Shannon fucking Sharp sometimes and other people, it's like I don't understand if they just didn't watch any of the games, didn't see any of the highlights or lowlights, if you will, or but all the proof is there.
Right.
Again. I feel like a lot of this was his way of, again, being able to, I'm going to stay in the spotlight, and I'll be able to do that without winning football games.
Right. To push an agenda to make money off of a subject that, yes, needs to be addressed, but, like Des said, follow through.
You didn't follow through with any of it.
No. What did he do? What did him and his girlfriend do?
Exactly.
That
if he was doing things to follow through with it, you'd hear about it. You'd know about it.
Right.
So
the only thing I've ever heard that he followed through was Nike made a shoe for him.
Nike did make a shoe for him, but they're trash. Did they make any more for him? No.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? It was a what's hot topic right now. For Nike as a business, what can we do to show that we give a shit?
And that was what can we do to make money off of it?
That's what they did.
Did they? I don't know. I don't know enough about the shoe, and if they gave the proceeds to anything.
It was just more of a. I don't know how much money they did or didn't make. They may not made any because they also paid him,
right,
as well as put money into the shoe. I'm sure the shoe sales alone didn't pay for what they paid him.
Right.
So it was their ability to, we're Nike, we endorse thousands of athletes, we endorse hundreds of teams, thousands of teams, we care. So
fair. Right. I just wanted to know if you've seen that.
No,
I believe it is out.
I will be tuning in to see that now.
Chad Johnson, Brandon Marshall, Fred Taylor.
Yeah, the I Am Athlete podcast is a pretty cool.
Yeah, they're in Miami though.
Yeah,
so
a pretty cool deal.
All right, so we'll get into the pick'ems. Close this up. Try to make it not relatively quick, but quicker than normal.
Nah.
Thursday night football, Jacksonville at Cincinnati. And I'm gonna go ahead because this is what we agreed. The winner takes.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take Cincinnati to win easily.
Easily.
Yes.
These games have been getting tighter and tighter for the Jags.
That's fine.
So you don't think at some point Urban Meyer comes up and shocks somebody?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Nah, Cincinnati's defense actually stout.
Yeah, they are. They're good at putting pressure. I feel like this is a tough one.
Just take the win, man. Take the wins where you can get them, dog.
Ooh, okay.
We're even. We're 21-11 on the season. We got to buy it. We got the first week for free, but we're 21 and 11 through 2 weeks.
Right.
Okay. So.
I mean,
I know it's gonna kill you to take that orange and black, but
no, we'll take the Bengals because I just don't think that I don't think the Jags have enough to be able to beat them. They can't. The Bengals front line is pretty good. It's
gotten better from last year.
They've
that's
got
for sure.
good. Joe Mixon's a good running back. They've got some decent weapons. I don't think the Jags will be able to put enough pressure on.
They just traded probably their best cornerback away. Who's going to cover anyone?
Well, right.
So. And the Bengals receiving core is actually really good.
Yeah,
they've always been good, but they got a really good receiving core. All right, so we'll move on to 1 p.m. Sunday, Washington at Atlanta. That's a tough one.
Didn't Atlanta upset somebody this weekend?
They beat the Giants in New York.
Would you call that an upset?
Yeah. I would, because I'm sure the Giants were the favorite. I will take
Washington against Atlanta.
I'm going to take Atlanta.
Where's it at again? Atlanta?
At Atlanta.
Washington. Yeah, I could see that because I think they're struggling a lot.
Washington's defense has just not been what?
No, well, they've only got like one key player on their defense.
No, dude. That defensive line is really good. I don't know what's going on, but all of them are very good.
Yeah.
But their secondary is not good.
No.
And they have a young linebacker they're in the middle. He's a rookie. I can't. Jamin Davis.
Did Washington lost this past weekend too? Didn't they?
Yes, I believe so.
I
mean, yeah, they're due, but I'm taking Atlanta.
I'm gonna take Washington.
All right, we got a split already. Houston at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
All right, Detroit at Chicago. Man, that's tough.
Yikes. Because Detroit's due for a win. They've been playing pretty strong. Good running backs. I don't even know who the hell they got at receiver right now. Just what do you do? What do you do if you're the Browns offense? What do you do? I mean the Bears offense. What do you do?
You pray. We don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. I'm going to take Detroit.
What was wrong with Dalton?
Like an ankle knee issue.
He won't be back this week, I doubt.
I'm taking Detroit. I'll go with the safer side of things.
Yeah.
Jared Goff comes in, throws 3 touchdowns, 350 yards.
350 yards?
I mean, that dude puts up yardage.
That's kind of steep.
That ain't that steep. That's the average in the NFL anymore, man.
Yeah. We'll go with, I think the Lions win this one, finally.
Carolina at Dallas.
Ooh.
That's tough. Carolina's undefeated. Dallas is
not tough enough.
2-1. I'm going to take Dallas.
I'm going to go with Dallas on that one.
All right. We got Indy
you know who Philly or Panthers will not have?
Well, McCaffrey, yeah.
Yeah, so that makes it
Hey, man,
easier.
Chuba could be the man. Chuba Hubbard coming in hot.
He could be, but...
All right, Indy at Miami. I am taking Miami. I don't give a shit who's at quarterback. Indy is bad, and Wentz is awful.
Oh, listen to this guy.
That's my take. Jacoby Brissett is starting for Miami.
And he knows the Colts defense.
Yeah, I mean, one would say he should know, yes.
But you could also say the Colts defense know him.
I guess if he got
they know his cadences.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm still taking Jacoby.
Miami's been playing pretty good ball.
Not good, but
decent.
Their defense is solid.
Better than the Colts.
I would agree with that. The Colts have some better bright spots, but the Miami's overall defense is good.
Yeah, we'll go with the Dolphins. We'll go with the Fins.
Cleveland at Minnesota
Cleveland.
at 1 p.m.
Fucking Cleveland, bro.
Cleveland. 1 p.m. New York Giants at New Orleans. I'm taking
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one here.
the Saints.
You gonna take laser eyes?
Yep, should have took them last week. I'm taking them this week.
Should have took him last
I
week.
should have took them last week.
So where's this game at? It's the Giants down in NOLA.
I don't know if it's in New
it's not
Orleans.
gonna be
It's
in
probably going to
NOLA.
be. I don't know where that game's going to
Really,
be.
it doesn't
I haven't
matter.
seen.
It's gonna be away.
Yeah, probably in Jacksonville again.
Let's see. The Giants, Saquon's actually kind of
Yeah,
doing
but New Orleans
Saquon
defense
things.
is good, man.
NOLA's defense is decent. Their quarterback is the opposite of decent.
You just don't know what you're going to get. That's the problem.
That is facts.
You could get like 40
That's
points,
facts.
or you could get
But
fucking
Daniel
negative
Dimes
14.
has 3 good receivers, even though one just went down.
Shepard
Shepard's done.
and Galladay is
Galladay's fine.
okay.
Man.
Could
What
be another
if?
split.
What
Are you going to ride the
if-
Giants again? They let you down last week.
Let's just settle down.
I mean, we took them. We
It's-
both took them.
We did, but it's
They let us
like
down by a point, bastards.
who did NOLA win last week?
Yes.
Who'd they beat?
The Patriots, and we took the Patriots.
That's right. We took the Patriots
Because it was
didn't we?
at New England. We were like, yeah, the Patriots going to win that one.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's because of
He got picked.
Winston's week 2 fucking performance.
Hey, man, I'm taking New Orleans. They're the better offensive team in a game that the Giants aren't very good on defense, and they just lost their best defender in Blake Martinez.
That's true.
I'm taking New Orleans to pick on them all day, and it's going to be a blowout.
A blowout?
A blowout. A blowout. Whatever the spread is, take it. It's going to cover.
I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think New Orleans wins that one.
Okay. Tennessee at the Jets at 1 p.m.
Tennessee.
You don't think the Jets can do it, dude?
It'll be Derrick Henry beating the Jets
Yeah.
wherever the fuck they could play on Mars. It doesn't
And
matter.
There's probably going to be like 4 fucking interceptions, too. Tennessee all day long.
There
And
was 4 interceptions in his last game, wasn't there?
There was 4.
In
Like I
week
think there's
2.
been like 4 every game.
Week
almost.
2 definitely had 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I would say I wouldn't be surprised if Derrick Henry has 4 to 5 touchdowns.
They could play on Uranus. They're still going to win, dog.
Kansas City at Philly at 1 p.m.
You had already started talking about this.
We did.
game.
I'm gonna take
This one
Kansas
here.
City. I'm gonna take Kansas City. I don't like
they gotta
it.
start
It's
fucking winning
unsettled.
at some point.
They gotta win a game.
But here's
Philly
the
did
thing
not
is,
look good on Monday. It's a short week. I'm gonna take Kansas
City finally has started to get movement out of the backfield with running back as of this past week. Though he did fumble, the law firm is starting to get some yards. He's starting to get some runs, which gives a little bit of confidence to Patrick Mahomes and Ed Reed. Well, no, that's not right. Ed, what's his name? Andy Reid. My bad, y'all. Andy Reid also gives him a little confidence that they can run the ball and don't have to rely so much on Patrick Mahomes' arm. The Eagles don't have a great run defense.
Yeah, they did give up quite a bit to Zeke.
I can see them they gave up everything to fucking Zeke.
True.
I could see them giving up yards on the ground. The Eagles don't have much in the way of a backfield either, so I could see them giving up yards by touchdown.
Right.
I mean, yards by touchdown. What the fuck am I saying? Yards by Tariq Hill.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City.
Kansas
should
City
win the
all
game.
day.
All right, so we're into the 4 p.m. games. This is where it got you last week. You missed 2.
Yeah, I did.
Seattle at San Francisco.
I don't. That's a tough one to me. I mean, it's an in-division game.
Well, both these first 2 are
Yeah.
NFC West in-division games.
Wait. You gotta pick first. What am I doing?
Man, that's gonna be a scrap. It's gonna be tough. Both lost. I'm gonna take Seattle.
It's the 49ers. I mean, that's a better offense.
Oh, I agree, but Seattle's gotta win a game. They
need to.
gotta win a
They
game.
have to.
If
I
they
mean,
don't, they are.
They don't
in.
have to, but they need
They
to.
are in trouble. They're a good team. So they have to win a game.
Yeah. They got too much. They got too much threat on that offense for them to be losing games like this. You got Tyler Lockett, who looks like he's 45, out there catching balls. DJ
45 to
Metcalf, who
17.
has underperformed so far this year.
Yeah.
Chris Carson.
Carson's done well.
So they got to start doing something. Their defense is just
Their defense is a problem.
Their defense is dog shit right now.
Yeah, I'm taking Seattle though. I'm not. I don't like it.
10 backs from, you know what I mean? One of them 10 running backs from 49ers might be able to get something going though.
Sermon's got to take that backfield over, man. It's surprising he didn't have a better game.
Not really.
I didn't watch it. I don't watch Sunday Night Football anymore, man.
They don't make it easy, that's for sure. The Mannings are the only reason this past Monday night game was as entertaining.
Did you watch it? The Manning?
I didn't know what channel it was on until you told me.
ESPN2.
So then
It's actually really good.
I was watching it, but I was doing other things.
Yeah.
And then I switched over and I was just like, oh, fuck, this is actually kind of cool.
It's like a podcast.
It's
like
nice.
they're just watching a game.
I could do without LeBron James, but
whatever. I mean
that's
it's just cool to have guests on. And then
I
sit there
agree.
and bullshit.
Yeah.
And then crack on each other because they're brothers.
Yeah, Seattle needs to win this game. I mean, they have to. Otherwise, I feel like
Okay.
that could be.
So
I don't want to say it's a wrap on the season, but
it'd be a hole you couldn't climb out of. Not in the NFC West.
no.
So you're taking Seattle?
Yeah.
All right. Arizona at the LA Rams. Game of the week.
Why is that game of the week?
Both undefeated. I mean, dude, that's the game of the week. What game on that schedule would you want to watch? Tell me which game.
What do you mean, what game do I want to watch?
Besides the Steelers, what game do you want to sit there and be like, man, I just want to watch this to see who wins? There's no other game on that schedule.
Man, I'll tell you that Sunday Night Football game just because of the drama.
That game's going to be a beatdown.
Yeah, they're going to beat the dog shit out of it, but that's the best part of it.
No, I don't want to know.
I'm coming home, Daddy, and now I'm going to spank that ass. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to watch that.
That's Tom Brady picking on his dad.
I'm not going to watch it. I will not watch that game. I can tell you right now.
Bruh.
I am sold on not watching that game.
Them's your boys.
Tampa Bay will win by 17.
They'll double the spread.
But yeah, I'm taking Arizona at LA. I'm taking my boys.
The Rams. I mean, the Rams have been rolling.
They look good.
Absolutely rolling. They look great.
But
everything's clicking for the Rams right now.
Arizona scores at a rapid rate.
McVay's annoying as fuck, but everything is really clicking for the Rams.
Man, damn. You got hate on my guy.
I mean, it's just...
He's a young cat, dog. Let him live. Let the man live, dude.
Let me live, bro.
Baltimore at Denver. Ooh, this is a test for Denver. They're 3-0, but I'm taking Baltimore.
Wait, what?
I'm taking Baltimore.
All you do is talk shit
I
about
said
how good the Denver
we
Broncos
ain't done yet.
defense. I said we ain't done yet.
Look.
No, dude. No. The Ravens have been getting into these situations where they should not fucking be against teams they should not be getting.
I agree. They play to the level of the team that they're playing.
You gotta be fucking kidding me right now against the Lions?
Hey, man. I agree.
I'll give you the tight game against the 49ers.
Something about the Ravens feels like 2 years ago. They're very scrappy. They're mad.
They won't get out of that game on top.
I think Baltimore wins. It's gonna be scrap.
We're gonna test how good this fucking defense is.
Oh, for sure.
And this could be the defense that eats him up and slows him down.
Could be
because
Von Miller's on the edge. Chubb's out. So
yeah,
but I'm taking Baltimore. You taking Denver?
And Von Miller against Villanueva.
Hey, man.
Are you serious?
I agree.
I just thought that because of that alone, we're going with the Broncos.
All right.
That motherfucker's going to be running for his life.
Pittsburgh at Green Bay for the final 4:25, 4 p.m. game. Pittsburgh at Green Bay. I'll let you go ahead and pick first.
No, bro. Don't stop now.
I'm taking Green Bay.
That's fucked.
I'm sorry, dog.
That's messy.
Hey, dude.
That's fine though.
You guys you're bad.
Oh,
You're bad, dude. You got some bright spots. I love.
Hey, I listened to you and Solomon's bullshit all day.
I'm
all
telling
fucking
you,
day, all day Sunday. I had to listen to you and Solomon fucking gang up on the Steelers.
Hey, dude, you got me Saturday night real
I
bad.
had to listen to you and Solomon.
Dude, don't act like you didn't.
Shit.
You did. So, hey, man, all is fair, dog.
Steelers, dog. Bro. Steelers.
Okay, he's riding the Steelers. Let him ride.
Listen.
You're on record.
It's coming, bro.
Okay.
Pin it, stamp it.
If Haskins gets in, I believe you. Ben Rossberger needs to go, dog. It's
He
done.
ain't going nowhere this season, so you might as well get used to watching old number 7.
Cut that fucking trio down, dog. It's done. It's rotted out. Yeah. TB at New England. That's Tampa Bay at New England. That is the Sunday night football game.
All day.
Taking Tampa Bay all day.
All night, whatever.
Unless somehow Brady gets sick from eating pizza, like MJ. I'm still taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And we'll move to Monday Night Football. Las Vegas versus the Chargers. That is a good.
Do you think Belichick already knows how that's going to turn out?
Oh, yeah. I think he knows. I think he's well aware.
I mean, you got to be, right?
You got to know, like.
You got to be, right?
Man, Monday's not going to be fun.
But what? The suspense. What are they going to say
Did
to
you
each
see
other?
the NBC hype up yet?
No, I'm not watching all that shit. No,
The NBC hype up commercial actually was dope. They played some Adele in the background.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then they were playing like highlights of him in New England. And then they showed him in the Super Bowl winning
Belichick,
with Tampa Bay.
he's probably having flashbacks, man.
Oh yeah, he's about to have some PTSD after Sunday night.
Yep.
But the Monday night game, the Raiders versus the Chargers, is a divisional banger. That is a good game.
Chargers have been fucking it up, man.
I love Herbert.
He's doing good. Him and Mike Williams together.
Well, that whole offense is good.
They're-
Man.
yeah.
Eckler, that defense is very like just not. It's not good. It's
the
not
other
bad.
the other Bosa.
I mean, yeah, dude. Dude, I love the Chargers. I love them. I've said it on record, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on record. I think it is a LA.
The Chargers beat Las Vegas.
I think it is an LA versus LA in LA Super Bowl. I'm calling it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
I think the NFL is jumping the shark. We've rigged it. Tampa Bay made it last year in Tampa Bay. It's time for both LA teams in the brand new stadium.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm saying it right here. That's what I'm taking. Week 3 into week 4. Way too early prediction. I'm taking the Rams versus the Chargers in the Super Bowl in LA. That'd be fucking dope.
That is a room temperature take.
But no, I'm gonna take. If Jacobs doesn't play, I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers regardless.
But I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers.
It'll be a good game though. I think it'll be back and forth, but the Chargers probably win off of the last possession and a field goal. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I could see that being the last possession game.
Yeah. Who else does Carr have it to throw to besides
Ruggs and
That's right, Ruggs.
There's another receiver.
There's
Winfro is good.
Winthrow and
Winfro.
Winthrow.
Don't sleep on the white guy, dude. You know, my great white height. We ain't got much out there in the wide receiver core, dude.
Right.
I mean, we got Cooper Kupp.
You got Beasley, dog.
Beasley's not us anymore, man.
Oh no. That's fine. Cole Beasley.
But yeah, Cole Beasley.
A lot of white tight ends. I mean, come on, dog.
Yeah. Darren Waller's pretty good.
Yes, he is, but he is beige power.
He is beige. I was just trying to fuck with you.
He is.
No, he's pretty good. He's actually probably behind Kelsey. He's very close, though. He's on his heels.
We don't talk about Travis. We don't talk about the Bachelorette.
You don't like the Bachelorette.
It's just
Cincinnati's own.
Huh?
Yeah, he's from Cincinnati.
Don't make no never mind of me.
Don't ever mind of me. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. Yeah, that's what I'm closing out. All right, that's all I got for this week. You got anything?
Nope, not really. Just excited to
I
have another go at what?
I got something.
What?
You know what comes out Friday? It's a movie we've been waiting for.
Have we talked about it before?
I've talked about the show before, but the movie's coming.
Oh, The Sopranos. Yeah. There's actually there's a couple movies that are going to be coming out here.
Yeah, there is. Halloween Kills comes out.
Dude,
Hey, man. Hey, I know it's been done and killed over and over.
Boy, you talk about
Michael Myers is
talk about beating a dead horse, dude.
Hey, beat that dead horse.
I mean,
I love Michael Myers.
I love scary movies. I don't hack and slash scary movies don't do anything for me because it's so unrealistic.
Well, they're done. They've been overdone.
It's like, okay, it's unrealistic.
Don't Breathe 2.
It takes one person with a gun or a baseball bat or whatever.
Yeah, but
and the movie's over with.
That's the fun of it.
But that's not scary.
Man, you gotta chill out, dude. You're too tense.
The ones that are more realistic, like Possessions and
see those ones
Exorcism.
I don't like that much. Like The Conjuring.
Oh, boy,
I'm not a big fan because it's just jump scares.
The Conjurings are great. Those were
some have been. Some have been bad.
There's only been 3.
There's been like 5.
There's only 3 Conjurings. The third one just came
out.
Last year.
The Conjuring, but then there's like spin-offs.
Possession movies, yeah. Well, no, there's no spin-offs from there are spin-offs from The Conjuring, like Annabelle and a couple others. Annabelle's trash.
I know.
Don't.
I know.
The spin-offs that came from those, I personally didn't care for. They weren't very good.
What was the Nun.
The Nun wasn't very good either. I watched that. It was like
it was the Spanish name.
It was the Nun is what it was called, but
yeah, but something like Consuela or something. I don't know, whatever. Either way.
Oh no, that's not it either.
Either way.
But there's been some. I mean,
no, don't
those
get me
are
wrong.
my
Some of
favorite,
them are
like
good.
classic, just like As Above, So Below. Have you
That's
saw
a good one.
You want to talk about a good movie? That is probably
that
in my top 3 favorites, if not my number 1. The Right is one of my favorites because of Anthony Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, yes, no, that's not it. The same dude that played Hannibal.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What
I know
is
what
his
movie
name?
I forget.
What's his name?
It's Anthony Hopkins.
It's called The Right.
Okay.
Fantastic
Is that the one
movie.
with the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Fantastic movie.
There's some other movies. I mean,
Paranormal Activity was doo-doo butter. Those movies sucked.
Yeah, those were all just
Activities
like
were
trying to
stupid.
scare you.
They were
Blair
we
Witch
spent a lot of time-
2010.
We spent a lot of time laughing at those because the shit that was happening in them was just kind of funny.
People getting thrown
You're watching
around in the beds and
CCTV,
shit.
like somebody's security camera in
Yeah.
their living room, and this dude just gets yanked up off the couch. It was just funny.
Yeah. It's very Blair Witch in a house.
Yeah, Blair Witch in the house.
Yeah. I mean, Blair Witch when it first came out was like
I didn't think. I mean, it was just like you're camping in the woods.
If you went and saw it in theaters, you were probably thrown up afterwards because it was just so shaky. But the way they
what's that one movie? Was it Cloverfield? That was like
it was the same.
Oh,
it was Cloverfield,
God.
but it was a Blair Witch with action.
So bad.
I love
just
Cloverfield.
a dude running around with
I
the camera
love
the whole time.
Cloverfield in theaters. Now, when I watched it on DVD, I was like, man, it just don't do it justice.
Well, no.
In theaters, though, it was like, damn, this is fucking dope. But Blair Witch, the way they ran ads and did all that,
Yeah.
they made it real. So that was cool.
I would agree with that.
But when you went and saw it, it was like, this is fucking kind of lame. It was the same thing when I watched it over again in DVD. I was like, this sucks.
I actually had got a notification so the Sopranos movie is going to be on HBO Max.
Yep.
As it should be. But
Venom
got a
comes out
notification for
Friday.
another one. There's a few. So there's Dune, which is supposed to be a scary movie.
No, Dune's a sci-fi movie.
Sci-fi.
It's not
The
really
Matrix
scary.
Resurrections.
Yeah, that comes out in December. That's on HBO.
Oh,
yeah. I'm waiting on that.
Oh, yes.
John Wick coming back, dog. As Neo.
You mean Neo?
I know. That's what I'm saying. John Wick, though. He's got the beard. He looks like John Wick.
This is true. But it's going to be good. It's exciting. The Matrix movies were classic.
There's some actually good, possibly good movies coming out. So
Dune looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's got a fuck ton of actors in it.
Yeah.
Like a who's who.
Carnage versus Venom.
Yeah, that comes out Friday.
That'll be out.
But that's only in theaters.
Yeah, you got to get your ass up out the house to see that
Yep,
one.
if you want to. I'm trying to think.
Wait.
Yeah, I'll probably wait. Venom 1
I
was
liked
not
Venom. I
good.
thought I love Tom Hardy.
I do too, but
Tom Hardy's a beast.
But he played Venom like a vagine.
Say it.
Nah, dude.
Say it.
It's PG-13, man. I got kids upstairs. But no, it just wasn't good. It just, for me, it wasn't. For kids, it was great.
If you're looking for, and this isn't scary, but it's more of like a off kind of show. Mm-hmm. So Tom Hardy, this would have been 4 years ago, and it's been some of his best work in my opinion. But it's called Taboo.
Yeah,
it was a Fox series, and they only did one season.
It was an FX series.
Or FX. Sorry.
Either way, owned by Fox.
Right, and I think you can watch it on
FX now.
FX now, or I don't think it's on Hulu anymore. But it was on. It's
well,
FX
if you
now.
have Hulu, they have an FX tab. So
right.
You can just go there.
Amazing.
Like 8 episodes.
I think it's either 8 or 10.
Okay.
But it's all good.
I'll have to watch it
because it's very voodoo, kind of spooky, kind
New
of
Orleans, kind of like
it's
taboo.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's very good. Again, and Tom Hardy does a great job playing like these kind of like dark characters. So.
Okay.
That's kind of what I wish he would do more of.
Right, that's what I thought Venom would be, but it wasn't. It was kiddish.
Maybe
it was meant for PG-13.
Well, but it's a Marvel, isn't it?
Yeah, but Deadpool.
How dark was it? Deadpool wasn't dark.
No, but it's a rated R movie.
It's a fucking comedy.
But it's a rated R movie.
Only because they wanted it to be lewd.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You could take a superhero. You could
take Venom and make it real fucked.
Right.
Real fucked.
Right, it's like Spawn.
I would agree with that.
If you made Spawn PG-13, I ain't watching that shit.
They would make Spawn.
They are. They're remaking it.
They need to hurry. They've been talking about doing this shit for forever.
Jamie Foxx. I don't know if I like him as that.
Oh, God.
Because he's going to be trying to crack jokes and shit.
I hope not.
But
either way. I don't know
if
I care for that.
We'll see. I mean, maybe they do it right. Who knows? I mean, that Mike Tyson movie with Jamie Foxx.
Spawn was really dark. The Spawn is meant to be very, very dark.
Yeah. If I open that up, dude,
well, yeah.
It's people getting cut up and slashed
and that's
up.
what I liked. I mean, I remember when Spawn came out and I was a kid,
that is the first black action.
Yeah. Michael J. White.
Well, but everybody says that fucking, Black Panther and shit, which that was the entire cast and the director. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Spawn, man. That's the real deal.
You say he was an action hero, though?
He was an anti-hero. That was the perfect time for the late 90s. You had Tony Soprano. You had the WWF played that off to a T with Stone Cold and The Rock. The 90s like that, like the late 90s was all anti-hero.
Bring it back, please.
Please.
Lord of mercy, please.
I'm tired of clean cut.
Oh, everything's so soft nowadays. Anyways,
we'll get out of here. We'll let you guys go. It's almost
before I get going,
an hour and a half, so it's a little too long for us.
No, this is perfect.
But we'll see you guys next week. Send us your pick'ems. Tell us who you think is gonna win. All that stuff. Hit the like, subscribe, and that notification bell. We'll see you guys next week right here on the show. Peace.
Have you heard?